All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Hope you all are having a good day so far. So, this one is way long overdue, okay? And shout out to the commenter who kept reminding me to do this because it was starting to fall into the abyss of the list of videos I needed to check out, and I said I would. So, shout out to the community. I appreciate you guys. This one is titled The Truth About Prime Larry Bird, and this is from Uncut Hoops. And it's one of the negatives about doing a reaction channel is I totally would have watched this day one. You know what I mean? But I was saving it for a reaction, and now it's like 3 months later, and like it's gone way too far. So, if you guys can't hear it in my voice, I am still obviously very sick. I'm just gonna cut through the BS, guys. I had COVID in like 2022, and that was brutal. That was actually like scary. Couldn't breathe for a couple of days, and it was like way worse than this. However, I have all the same symptoms minus the non-ability to breathe. You know what I mean? Everything tastes like metal. I'm dizzy, lightheaded, all this. I'm coughing like crazy. It is what it is, and I thought it was just the flu, but this has gone on way too long to be the flu. So I figure a good compromise here, instead of doing 2 videos and all that editing and everything, this is going to be a long video. This one's probably going to be like 40 to 50 minutes. So just one video again today, guys. I apologize, but honestly, doing all the editing and the posting and all that, it doubles my workload. So I'd rather do one long video, and I know a lot of you guys prefer that anyway. So here we are. And thank you for the patience as I recover from this bug that I got on my trip. Still worth it, but kind of a buzzkill to come home from a trip and get sick like this. Sorry. Apologies for the coughing, guys. Anyways, quick shout out to a couple of new channel members. I haven't forgot about y'all. We have Madrox. I believe I pronounced it right. Madrox, welcome. And then we have Orinko PL. Hopefully I pronounced those right. Let me know in the comments if I botched them. And I apologize if I did. Guys, let's do this. I'm going to link the original video from Uncut down below in the description like always. And I apologize for the long intro, but I figure I'd give you guys a little update here. Either way, I mean, only the real basketball fans are clicking on a Larry Bird video anyway, so this one's for all y'all. And I figured you guys have been very, very gracious and kind in the comments, and I do appreciate it. Even the ones I'm not responding to because I'm low energy, I'm reading them. So I appreciate you all. I really do. Guys, without further ado, let's do it. Like the vid if you could. Hit that hype button if you could. That especially would help a Larry Bird video. Why Larry Bird gets no love in 2025 drives me nuts. But let's talk about why he should get more love and the truth about prime Larry Bird. Here we go.
At the other forward, in his 7th year from Indiana State, at number 33, Larry Bird.
He was the toughest player I ever had to guard and I had to play against. And the reason for it, he's 6'10". Hit the three-point shot.
I thought it was 6'9".
And he can see over the top of you at 6'10", so he can always pick you apart with the pass.
Yeah.
And he was a great rebounder as well, and putting the ball on the floor in the open floor.
A lot of young kids will say, I'm gonna be a great athlete. Well, that's your first mistake. A great athlete gonna give you a lot of oohs and ahs. Great basketball player gonna beat you every night.
Well said.
That's who Larry Bird was.
Well said.
With the basket to Willis. Bird, great up fake.
Yeah.
If they can keep up this tempo, Atlanta, Dominique.
Yeah, basketball IQ and just
Right back at the Hawks.
intelligence and spontaneity, all very underrated things in basketball.
If you were writing a book about basketball, the piece I saw would merit a chapter or two. But ask any basketball expert, and they'll tell you that if you're rewriting the story of basketball, the author, Larry Bird.
Right?
When it comes to the career of one Larry Joe Bird, he's universally regarded as one of the best players of all time, most impactful, as well as influential. For guys like Bird, Magic, and Jordan, what they did in the 80s and 1990s cannot be underrated. Now, one thing that can be underrated is those guys' overall skill sets. And looking at Bird first and foremost, a lot of Bird's stats and numbers, yes, they are available, but but the more advanced analytics advanced numbers simply didn't exist and they weren't tracked.
That's a damn shame.
Now, luckily for you guys out there, I'm a basketball psychopath who loves NBA history.
Yeah.
So looking at Larry Bird, what I did the past month, I watched the entire 86 playoff run, 18 total games, and tracked all of Bird's advanced stats.
Wait. Say that again?
86 playoff run, 18 total games, and tracked all of Bird's advanced stats, metrics, and data nobody's ever thought to uncover.
Well,
Caddyshack?
we're waiting.
So when it comes to 86 Bird, this guy undoubtedly one of the best players of all time, and in my view, the best small forward peak we've ever seen.
I mean, best small forward of all time in my book anyways.
Bird at this point was a 3-time MVP all consecutively, one of the best shooters in the game, passers, rebounders, as was fourth quarter players. And looking at his postseason run, if that wasn't impressive enough, Bird's overall production went up come playoff time.
Hey, I got a fun one to put into the comments, because comments help out the video anyways, and it's a Larry Bird video, you know what I'm saying? Put it into comments. Larry Bird's in my opinion, the greatest small forward of all time. I'd like to hear yours. Also, who's the greatest power forward of all time in your book? I've got Tim Duncan. I'm curious to hear your guys' opinion as well. All right.
As that year's playoffs, 25.9
92.7. Sorry, I'll rewind this in a second. 92.7 free throw percentage. Dude, 41% from the three back then in 86 is incredible. 50, I'm not surprised there. Almost a triple-double right here. 26-point triple-double with the most insane efficiency ever.
Went up come playoff time. As that year's playoffs, 25.9 points, 9.3 boards, 8.2 assists on impeccable shooting splits, along with 2.1 steals. Larry Bird's raw stat numbers were highly impressive. As looking through NBA history, at 25 8-8 playoff runs, this run 86 was the first of its kind. And since that date, only 3 players since then have joined him in his elite company, that being Jokic, Doncic, and LeBron James.
Not bad.
Now, where Bird really separates himself is...
I loved Independence Day so much when it first came out. I remember I was quoted by saying, "Screw Star Wars, this is the real thing." Also, I was probably delusional because we walked in 115-degree heat in the middle of summer because it was a July 4th drop, I believe. And we walked for about 5 miles. And we only stopped for water at one place because we were kids. We almost died out there. And then we had to wait outside in a line that wrapped around the movie theater for about an hour and a half after that, too. But I'll tell you, that was one of the best movie experiences of my life. Going back and watching it does not have the same effect, man.
The efficiency category. As their high volume playoff runs at 54-90 splits, there's only 3 of them. Bird 86, Kawhi 2017, and Kevin Durant
Kawhi surprises me.
Why Larry Bird's so unique and so special, he can stuff the stat sheet like Luka, Jokic, and LeBron, but maintain efficiency whereas like Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard, who are primarily scorers and not asked to pass the ball nearly as much.
Yeah.
Peterson may have nightmares guarding Larry Bird.
What a pass to McHale.
He's going to go one-on-one.
And that's an irony about Bird is he didn't have to pass. He chose to pass. Any coach would have been happy with Larry Bird just chucking up shots all day. But he's not that kind of a guy. He's an all-around player.
Oh, my goodness.
Speaking of the
back
devil.
in on Woolridge. Finds McHale cutting for 2 and a great
Eyes behind his head.
Than they did in game 1. Bird had the ball in good position.
I gotta say, all the best players I've ever seen play with their back to the basket. But they somehow maintain full court vision.
When you get the ball in Bird's hands, anybody that has a half a step on his defender is going to get the ball.
And for guys like KD and Kawhi Leonard, they're regarded as great elite scorers who have phenomenal jump shots. Someone like Larry Bird, yes, we know he's a great jump shooter, we don't know just how great he was, of course, until now. And looking at 86 Bird, he was pretty phenomenal. In this playoff run, on jump shots, 48% at over 220 attempts. When you look at LeBron, KD, and Kawhi Leonard in postseasons, who took at least 200 jump shots, here's their overall numbers in comparison to Bird. LeBron, in his playoff career, 8 separate times took 200 plus jump shots. In those runs, not once close to 48%, and peaked out in the low 40s. Someone like Kawhi Leonard only one playoff run with 200 plus jumpers.
Hold on. Excuse me. Wow. Has he? I was going to say he technically improved, but really all of his improvement was right here. And from there, it's just like, it's a roller coaster.
Low 40s. Someone like Kawhi Leonard only one playoff run with 200 plus jumpers in 2019. That percentage,
Toronto.
43.8%, well below Bird. Now looking at Durant, 7 separate years of 200 plus jump shots.
Jeez, he's getting more efficient. Pretty much, he's getting more and more efficient. I hear a common gripe from his coaching staffs that always say they beg him to shoot more. And I get it. You're going to shoot 49% from there, and then I know his 3-point percentage is great too. I would like to see him just shoot more and be a killer.
Out of those 7 seasons, only one of them was higher than Bird, as the majority of KD's seasons are in the high 30s, mid 40s.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
So Larry Bird right here compared to 16 different seasons from LeBron, KD, and Kawhi. Only one of those seasons out of the bunch tops Bird from 86. And it being Durant, honestly, isn't that shocking, as Durant the jump shooter is absolutely phenomenal and lights out. But in the same vein, Larry Bird was equally as good, if not better, most seasons.
To see the game to come to this point after 30-some years, and teams are taking 35, a lot of them over 30 three-pointers a game, some 50. I just never anticipated that. When I played, I never shot that many. I've always used it at the end of the game. If you're down 1 or if you're up 2, you make a three-pointer, demoralizes the team.
Did he say to demoralize the team?
Or if you're up 2, you make a three-pointer, demoralizes the team.
Damn, man. It's all psychological.
Gets it back to Bird.
Yeah, ripped their heart out.
Of his own. Gets it to Walton. Bird's three-pointer. Oh, he bangs in another one.
I'll tell you, I played with him. I coached him. He would be a great one.
Another home run.
How great way to be to play on the same team as Bird. Damn.
In the 1980s for Larry Bird, taking threes, yes, it was acceptable, but it wasn't widely pushed as the primary weapon for offensive player. And for Bird, he wasn't just a three-point shooter, a long-range guy. Larry Bird's offensive game was at all 3 levels. Larry Bird in the mid-range, 56%.
Crazy.
Catch and shoot shots, 48%.
Brilliant.
All post-ups,
63?
54%. Fadeaways, 57%. And left-hand shots, 60%.
Unbelievable. Lefty shots, 69%.
9%.
What?
Right back at the Hawks. They go low to Bird. Gets the double team. Wants it.
Dang, man. Talk about ambidextrous.
They isolate him one-on-one. Celtics like that situation. And a left-handed shot
Against McRae. He knows McRae is going to come back to his right hand. And he shoots it lefty to confuse him a little bit.
Working against McRae.
Yeah, he had a better angle there.
Works his way in and gets the basket.
Is that over Ralph Sampson?
Through McRae. Larry Bird, who attacking his right hand, forcing him to his left. He can shoot lefty, but he much prefer to shoot righty.
Oh, beautiful.
Larry Bird, the scorer and shooter, could do it in a variety of ways from a variety of spots on the court. And actually the go-to spot was in the mid-range, the in-between game. And look at those numbers, 76 of 135. Not just great volume, but also great efficiency. And looking at the rest of NBA history, since 97 the tracking data began, 125 players in this time period took 100 more mid-range jump shots in a single postseason run. Out of those 125, only 7 of them are above 50% shooting. And looking at the top 5, it's definitely pretty telling. 5th place, Durant 2012. 4th place, Durant 2018. 3rd place, Durant 2021.
Jeez.
2nd, Larry Joe Bird. And 1st place, Steve Nash, 2005.
Most impressive.
Very. It was a
So
great
once
year.
again, Larry Bird the shooter in some pretty great company. In the small forward position, a notch better than Kevin Durant at his absolute best. Now, staying with Bird's shot making, looking at catch and shoot jumpers. Bird in this playoff run was 48 of 100, exactly 48%. Tracking data for catch and shoot shots goes back to 2014. During that very selective time period, 41 players have taken at least 100 catch and shoot jump shots in that run. Out of that list, Bird ranks 4th all time at that 48%. The guys ahead of him,
Al Horford,
Klay Thompson, and Jokic.
Julian cheated way in.
Jokic going to throw it up from Wood.
Jeez.
Nikola Jokic. I would love to play against him.
Right? They are so similar, those two. By the way, it's weird drinking Gatorade and it tastes just like metal. Oh, shoot.
Now, the last big part of Larry Bird's game was...
Have you guys ever heard Jokic talk about Bird? Like, does he even know about Bird? Was he even an influence? Because there's a lot of similarity. I'm not saying he's the next Larry Bird or none of that stupid stuff, but I see a lot of similarities in their game, and I wouldn't be surprised if Jokic actually did study up a little bit on what Bird was doing there, or maybe it just came natural to him. I don't know.
Post-up plays, back-to-the-basket plays. In his playoff run, total of 52 attempts with 33 makes. If you look through all of NBA history since 2014, 74 players all-time have taken at least 25 post shots in a single playoff run. Out of that list, Larry Bird comes in 5th place with the highest percentage, only behind SxADk, Embiid, Tim Duncan, and then John Collins. So that right there for Larry Bird in 3 different areas is the upper echelon of his peers in recorded NBA history. That again be mid-range shooting, catch and shoot jump shots, and post-up jumpers.
Reed starts out on Larry Bird, and his fall away is
Bird with 4, 3, 2.
Jeez.
Harris tries to go along the baseline, kicks it back to Bird.
His fakes are awesome.
Bird hits.
I think he's almost created a different basketball type. He's a power forward and he's a quick forward, and he shoots like a guard. He's a creative guy.
pointer, no. Walton the rebound. Bird looking for his first basket.
Dude, because his pump fakes aren't just for the shot. He fakes the pass like no other.
That's it.
When you depend on your superstar to get you 30 a game all season
when you see him do those low fakes.
When he's matched up against Rollins,
Bird. Bang.
He was special.
Yeah.
Larry Bird, the individual scorer and shooter, most versatile player in league history, who was at the top of the class in nearly every single category. And ask yourself the question, how do you guard prime Larry Bird?
No idea.
Put a small quick defender on him like Mitchell Wiggins. What does he do? He bullies them, gets around them, an easy layup. Put a bigger defender on them, then it's finesse game, pump fakes, get you out of your shoes, easy layup, easy jump shots. Then the final fail-safe, the athletic defender has speed, quickness, all the intangible tools on paper. Even guys like that, Dominique, Terry Cummings, Orlando Woolridge, them guarding Larry Bird, they're absolutely helpless.
3 minutes played in the game. Give the basket to Willis.
Ooh.
Great up fake.
If they can keep up this tempo, Atlanta, Dominique is going to have a big night. Dominique fell down.
Well, what timing on saying Dominique's going to have a great night right before he falls down. Oh, boy.
Takes it. Got it.
Yeah, these two used to battle,
Bird
though.
working on Wilkins.
Oh,
Bird and Dominique, great matchups.
Helping create this win. Bird!
36 for Larry Bird.
Jeez.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
So that right there, Larry Bird, torching players who are faster, stronger, more athletic, the better players on paper, looking at physical metrics. And again, Larry Bird, the scorer, where's his weak point on the court? He can shoot threes mid-range, he can post up, he can catch and shoot, and he has to shoot free throws, is at 93% on the season.
Perfection.
Larry Bird being so flawless offensively, really having no weak points, made him a big-time threat in the fourth quarters, and the best clutch-time players the game's ever seen.
Absolutely.
And look at 86.
I always got him and MJ at the top of the list of most clutch performers of all time. And I don't regret it. Because honestly, I always say, if I need a 3 to win, I'm going Bird. If I need a 2 to win, I'm going MJ all the time.
Bird, in the fourth quarters and clutch time, was pretty mind-boggling. In this run, 6.5 points per game, 2.1 dimes, 56% shooting, 64% from 3, and from the line,
64% for 3 in clutch? I guess he wasn't lying. He saves those 3 bombs for the end of the game to demoralize the team.
Those shooting split numbers right there are completely absurd, and they are video game-esque numbers. But again, to compare to all of NBA history, it becomes even more impressive. As looking at recorded history, since '97, there's 48 playoff per player, averaged 6.5 points per game in the fourth quarter or more. Out of those 48 runs, only 15 of the players shot above 50%. And Larry Bird, he was in the top 3. The only guys ahead of him, Ant Edwards last season, and Giannis in 2021.
I mean, Giannis makes sense because he plays so close to the basket, but Ant-Man, 2024, damn, dude. Jamal Murray?
My teammates knew at the end of the game, if it's close, I was going to take the shots. They knew that.
It's good to have that established, too.
Hakeem on the bench. Bird going up. And a tie score. 12 ties and 16 lead changes tonight. Walton, who's been there before. Bird for 3 hits, and the Celtics.
What a dumbass for leaving him.
And who else but Larry Bird?
Why would you leave him open?
Yeah, they kept coming back, and Bird hit the big 3-pointer at the end to sort of give us the cushion we needed.
Larry Bird right there in the fourth quarters by the raw numbers, one of the best players of all time, if not the single best peak per player in all of league history. But here's the added detail.
He's in my top 5. I don't know about you guys.
2.1 dimes. At first glance, that might not seem like much, but looking at fourth quarter plays, that number is absurdly high. I mean, look at this list.
98 Stockton, 2.6. Look at you. Rondo, not surprised. Darren Williams. Luka, 2024, huh? Last year? Really? Okay. LeBronto, 07. Okay. J. Kidd, 02. What were you doing in 2002? Were you with the Nets or still with the Suns?
Stockton, Rondo, Kidd, LeBron, Luka, some of the best point guards, point forwards in league history.
Yeah, for sure.
So Bird for fourth quarter scoring and fourth quarter passing is absolutely elite, the cream of the crop. But here's the one big detail. Unlike a lot of point forwards, many Luka and LeBron James, what does Larry Bird not do? Handle the ball 24/7 and be extremely ball dominant.
True. Let me look at that list again. No, there we go. Okay. On ball. Okay. Yeah, Uncut's got a great point here. Bird's the only guy on this list who plays off ball, you know? And to still get that many assists is crazy, because usually when you're playing off ball, your job is to catch and shoot.
Unlike a lot of point forwards, many Luka and LeBron James, what does Larry Bird not do? Handle the ball 24/7 and be extremely ball dominant.
If you guys can't tell why I'm only doing one video right now, this is it. By the time I finish this, like, my voice is shot.
From the rear.
Oh! Nice pass, Bill. Beautiful. That's a hard angle layup, too.
Bird, easy layup.
Again?
Celtics with a very impressive third period. Game 2.
Ooh, what a pass.
What a pass from Dennis Johnson.
Yeah, DJ.
He's thinking too much. And normally he would just catch
DJ, you deserve more respect.
The game of basketball is pretty simple if the ball's moving.
Sure.
Now, the point guard can do whatever he wants to do. Instead of dribble from one side to the other, back and forth. But he's an initiator. And if he gets that ball moving, that ball's moving, everybody feels a part of it. It doesn't matter where it ends up, because it's always going to end up to the best player. You know? Sometimes that always happens. But
ball has energy.
That's right, and you get that ball moving, and good things happen all the time. It's a pretty simple game if you play it the right way.
He's got a good point. Magic Johnson did the same. I know we like to talk about his assists and all that, but it came natural. He would run the break and immediately pass the ball, because the team basically had a system. We're all sharing the ball. Whoever's open, we're passing them the ball. End of story. Steve Nash, when he was with the Suns, also did that type of style. Like you would like to think that he was just like dominating the ball, but really no, he'd make his entry pass immediately to get the rotations going.
Until now. Celtics running. They have a chance here. 4-on-2. Bird.
Yeah, look at it. I love this kind of basketball. It's so unselfish.
Out that way. Boston 2-on-1, and Webb is back.
Beautiful.
Bird is on Lloyd now, doubling on Sampson, and takes the ball away.
I want to talk to
3-on-1
Sampson.
for the Boston.
Fly me to the moon.
Up ahead, Bird finds McHale.
When you have a selfless superstar like a Steph Curry or Larry Bird, you don't need the basketball.
Oh my God.
The team's overall ability, their heights, get raised exponentially. And looking at Boston Larry Bird's teammates, whether it be a Johnson, McHale, Parrish, heck, even a Bill Walton,
What a hustle.
those guys with Bird in his system were definitely maximized at their full absolute potential.
Left hook
Now,
pass.
looking at Larry Bird's off-ball stats, his dribbling stats, these are pretty staggering and shocking. As looking at Bird's field goals made, a total of 171.
Yeah.
Out of those field goals, 86 of them came with 0 dribbles. That's over half.
Yeah, move over James
41.
Harden. Look at that. 0 dribbles at 86. That's a catch and shoot. 1 dribble, that's a catch, dribble, and shoot, essentially. Like, I got to get you on the pump fake or something. 2 dribbles, now we're playing. 3 to 6, yeah, probably fast break and stuff.
One of those field goals, only with 1 dribble, 19 of them with 2,
crazy.
23 with 3 to 6, and 7+ dribbles, only 2 made field goals.
Yeah, so he never went James Harden mode.
Larry Bird trying to get the Celtics on track.
Dribble.
Bird, Walton, Ainge, and McHale. 5 men on the floor for Casey. Great pass by Walton.
Yeah, Walton was a great passer, too. Great player.
Larry Bird got
Hilarious announcer, too.
dueling
Rest in peace, my
passes,
friend.
and the rest thought it'd be fun. They came along with it.
4:20 to go here now in the third.
Ooh, what a pass.
Yes, sir.
What a cut, what a pass, what a
For a
shot.
young player to come in and get in the finals doesn't understand the pressure.
When discussing the best point forwards in NBA history, of course you have guys like Luka, LeBron James, and then a Larry Bird. But the way guys like Luka and LeBron played was much more their show, their story, their hand on the joystick.
Well, and also, like, in the playoffs, these guys tend to get exposed because you want basketball, you want points to come as simple as possible. And when you're playing like James Harden or Luka, where you have to do 1,000 moves in order to get your shot off, man, eventually you're going to be tired, and all they got to do is double team you, and you're effed, you know? Like they can shut you down, tire you out, all those things. But if you're playing natural basketball, where everyone is essentially playing off the ball, and it's just about the best look at the best time, you can't stop that in crunch time. It just flows naturally still.
For Larry Bird, a much more unselfish player who allowed teammates to thrive and do their own thing.
Agreed.
Now, with that being
I would love to see Luka dribble the ball much less. Let the point guard play point guard. If he was playing off ball, he'd be one of the most dangerous players I've ever seen. Catch and shoot, man. Catch and shoot. Who's going to stop you?
Said Larry Bird,
But Luka doesn't like to run a lot. You have to run a lot in order to do that.
point for the passing forward, in my view, the best of all time.
Away from the Rockets.
Level hits a 3-pointer from the corner. And Ainge,
beautiful,
releasing the other way, gets 2 of them back.
The Rockets still tentative, and there's a long
move over, Peyton Manning.
Parrish, Ainge's 3-pointer.
What a touch pass.
By Bird to McHale.
Oh, what a play. Respect of all the teams, their offensive rebounding, and Bird does it better than anybody, keeping it alive. Nice little tip down to McHale.
A couple of games of staying in the games. They haven't turned the ball over, but we haven't pressured their guards. They're vulnerable, especially when you're
forward and center in college.
Double team. Nice.
Danny Ainge on the other way.
To the basket. Bird just hit him with a screen.
Ooh, what an angle.
Gets it back to McHale.
Only 20 points in the second.
Wow, this is...
Bird just hit him with a screen.
This is brilliant. How did he know McHale was going to cut? He passed the ball before McHale cut. This is brilliant basketball.
Then gets it back to McHale.
Only 20 points in the second.
Also, you can tell these guys practiced a lot together.
Bird.
Beautiful.
Back to Kevin McHale.
Opens outside with Bird. Bounces back to McHale.
DeMar.
Wilkins has got Bird.
Man, I can watch this crap all day.
None of them can shoot that well from outside where they should be going there.
Nice. Power forward.
Bird looking for the open man, finds him again.
Double T. Oh!
Bird.
Beautiful.
Bird finds Parrish. Bird finds Parrish.
Excuse
Much
me.
like Bird's scoring ability is passing ability, he could slice and dice from anywhere on the court with a variety of passes. And for guys like Dennis Johnson, Walton, McHale, I mean, he had insane chemistry with those guys, threading the needle, throwing lobs, and full court dimes on the
Yeah, I
money.
can't believe I have to say this. I love Seinfeld, by the way. In 2025, because we knew this in the moment when we were watching Bird play. But most people don't understand. He's one of the greatest passers of all time, bar none. You know, you can make arguments that he's the best visionary when it comes to passing there has ever been in this game. But stats, you know, are a thing. So, you know, we talk about Magic more often, and no disrespect to either of them. I think they're 1A and 1B, in my opinion. But most people these days just think of Bird as a gunslinger, and he was not that. He's your gunslinger when you need one, but outside of that, he did everything. Everything, offensively and defensively. He did it all. And he was diving out of bounds for balls, too. Anything to win.
Is he good, Kramer?
Oh, he's the best.
Now, for modern day fans looking at Larry Bird's passing, what they go to immediately is the stat sheet. For Bird's career, only 6 dimes per game, which in today's era is a mildly impressive number, but nothing staggering that jumps out as super impressive. And this right is a clear-cut example of stats being misleading.
Agreed.
As looking at the modern era of basketball, the way assists are counted is completely fraudulent and wrong
Totally.
compared to the 1980s.
Totally
High
agree.
up, and Bilal right now knocking down his first 3.
Lead is 6 for Washington. Cam Johnson.
Don't tell me.
Familiar, right?
Yep.
Last game, 40 assists on 44 made field goals.
You're smart.
Don't tell me that's an assist.
Over 19.
He had 17 points back on February the 5th against the
That's not an
3 of 9
assist.
from 3.
That's an
Middleton got
ISO.
his hands on it and gets the steal. Bilal.
Again, ISO one-on-one.
Hustling back to get the basketball for the
This
Nets.
stuff drives me nuts.
Claxton trailing.
Again, ISO
Trying to work on
one-on-one.
home.
An assist to me is a no dribble or a one dribble.
Muscling his way inside.
That's terrible.
I agree, Chuck.
So stopping that right there, every single one of those plays, an assist was counted and given on the stat sheet as a legit assist. A guy makes 2 or 3 moves after catching the ball, that's an assist. For someone like Bird in the mid-80s, specifically 86, only averaging 6-7 dimes per game, what does that do to? Not Bird being an inferior passer, but the scorekeepers being much more strict and stringent on what's an actual assist. For an example of this, look at Game 1 versus the Hawks in the second round. Bird on record officially only had 6 dimes, but he watched the game, very clearly had 8.
Loose Ainge, bounce pass, beautiful to Bird in the middle. Here's DJ.
The illegal defense.
McHale,
spot, you're going to get the ball. Not only get it, but you'll get it.
I'm going to follow the one dribble or no dribble rule and see if it lines up here. So far, yep. Catch and shoot. Wait, hold up. Oh, 2 dribble. Okay. I concede my point.
Bounces back to McHale.
He and Moses Malone just seem to get all loose balls.
Oh, wait.
Scores coming inside.
Wait, you're counting all of them.
Rebound. Johnson breaks free.
There's the Boston break in the air with the.
I rest my case.
Yeah.
So
I mean, in modern basketball, obviously all those would count. I'm curious if that 2 dribble Parrish one was not counted.
That right there is clear-cut proof the old saying, numbers never lie, is indeed a pretty big falsehood. As looking at Bird right there, very clearly 8 dimes. What we got credit for was only 6.
I thought there was 9.
And you might
I
say,
be
looking
tripping.
at that, well, what's the big deal? Only 2 assists. They missed a measly 2. Well, Not the case, and it is a big deal.
Well, yeah, if you do that every single game, that adds up. That's a 170 or whatever, assists in a season you're missing.
Looking at the entire 18-game playoff run, Larry Bird, his official assist count was 8.2. But if you add in the non-credited assist, what it jumps to is 9.8.
Yeah.
And again, why is that important? In today's era, looking at stats and numbers, a 1.6 jump is a monumental deal for all your advanced metrics, which fans nowadays are absolutely in love with. And looking at that year's NBA Finals versus the Rockets, Larry Bird's official assist count was 9.5. Still very, very impressive. If you add in the assists that weren't counted, what it jumps to is 11.5.
Crazy.
Meaning in the official record books, Larry Bird's assist count ranks second all time among Finals MVPs, only behind Magic and just ahead of Jordan in 1990.
Okay, but to be fair though, we'd have to inflate these numbers as well. So that would mean like add another 2, so Jordan would be around 13, and then Magic would be around 15, because same era, same effect. But imagine this, like these 10 assist, players nowadays it's very easy to get these 10 assists now. There would be nothing in comparison to this, and we're talking Michael Jordan here, But Magic, yeah, man, that would have been like 15 a game.
One.
What are you doing? I'm writing this down. This is good stuff.
So that right there for 86 Brady, pretty good breakdown of his offensive game, shooting, and a little nuance that made Larry Bird the great player he was.
This is a great video.
But the one knock on Bird everyone always says is, on defense, he was subpar, and athletically, really couldn't cut it. And when someone says that, what they're really telling you is they haven't watched Larry Bird peak Larry Bird. As saying this guy was slow, cut and jump is just false watching the film. As looking at this year's playoffs, the guys Bird guarded were one Sidney Moncrief, an elite point guard, someone like Kevin Willis, a 7-footer, Randy Brewer, who is 7'4", and then on certain switches, would guard guys like Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon and really hold his own pretty well.
Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable saying Prime Bird could guard 1 through 4. Easy.
4-point lead again.
And he did.
Olajuwon fighting for the loose ball, and he lost it thanks to Larry Bird. 3-1-21 Chicago in overtime. Jordan. And Bird got a hand on it.
Here he comes, Bird cuts off Jordan at the baseline. They turned him loose, pushed him underneath the basket.
Yeah, everybody likes to talk about stats, but if you watch Bird play, he impacts everything on the defensive end. It's all about hustle, effort.
Whitman and Webb in the backcourt.
Good contest. No stat given.
Inside Livingston.
There you go. No stat given there either. Changed the whole play.
He's blessed with knowing where to put his body. He puts his body on the right part of the floor to defend. He has great anticipation.
Oh, cool.
Jordan up the floor for Chicago. They trail by 10. 2 remaining in the quarter.
Oh.
McRae has McHale in his face. Bird against Olajuwon. Great play by Bird.
Sampson guarded by Bird, but Bird doing a good job against him. Traveling called against Rouse.
Very aggressive defense.
Brewer was trying to post up Bird down low. He still is. Bird out on Cummings.
All right, let's do another comment to boost the video here. Better defender, Magic Johnson or Larry Bird? Put it in the comments and let me know what you're commenting on. That way we all see it. I got Bird.
The offensive players to move without the ball.
The Celtics are playing scintillating ball. Go to work as the center. McRae.
Look at that hustle.
So look, when it comes to Larry Bird, the defender, was he Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, just locking guys down 94 feet? No, of course not. But Larry Bird, the defender, wasn't a negative on that end. And his overall team defense was a big-time plus. I was watching a ton of those clips. The way he gets in passing lanes, double teams, his help defense is top tier, A+ defense.
In fact, I think Michael Jordan learned a bit off of Larry Bird, because Jordan did this all the time in his career too. Yes, Jordan could lock you down full court as well, but a lot of his statistics, his steals and his blocks, came from being that weak side help that we see
double
like
team.
Here. You know, always coming in from the weak side, on the blind side, and then, just causing absolute chaos.
his help defense
Gotcha.
is top tier A+ defense. If someone says Bird couldn't play defense, didn't play
They
defense,
didn't watch.
what they're basing on most likely is how he looks. If you know Larry Bird, that's the worst mistake you possibly make. As offensively,
Hey, I made the same mistake with Jokic at the first couple times I watched him. I'm like, who is this like goofy, clunky looking dude? You know, I did the same thing with Dirk for the first couple seasons. I'm like, no way, because the play style looks like clumsy until you see there's a method to this madness. You know, I always like to bring up like a drunken kung fu master. You know, with that style of just like, you don't know what the hell's coming, but it takes a little while until you figure out, oh, this is all by design. Like, they know exactly what they're doing, and being out there looking different, it just shows how unique they are.
people did the exact same thing. And what happened over and over and over again? This quote-unquote slow, unathletic guy cooked them time and time again. On defense, kind of the exact same story.
They have a 4-on-2 opportunity. Lloyd to Sampson. And no basket.
Yep. I'm willing to say 80s Jordan was the most athletic basketball player I've ever seen. The guy was literally like flying like some kind of superhero. Athleticism is overrated. Like to be a freak athlete in the NBA, I think it's overrated because Jordan didn't start winning until he toned down and started relying less on his athleticism and more on the fundamentals. And then he started stacking championships. And Larry Bird is proof in the pudding. Magic Johnson was not a crazy athletic person either. Couldn't jump through the rafters. But he relied on just court vision and, you know, all the fundamentals you could ask for. These are the best players I've ever seen. Tim Duncan, you know, guys like that. Not freak athletes.
Both of them have bounced around the rim and just haven't.
Oh, yeah, what a hustle.
The steal on Davis. Great defensive anticipation.
I'm glad you're showing the defense uncut. I really am.
And Bird saw the pass coming to Cummings.
He's on the weak side.
Yep.
He's looking, steps out, knows that it's going cross court.
Oh, yeah,
steps
good
right
read.
back in. That's what you talk about, the computer mind of Larry Bird.
Bird again to reach in.
On crazy.
Ooh.
This is why Larry Bird's a great
weak side
defensive
block.
ball player, because of his weak side and his team defensive play.
Ooh, what a clean block,
We don't know
too.
whether Walton will play in this game. Bird knocks it away. 6 on the shot clock. Hastings.
He's just disrupting everything.
And a great block inside.
Whitman. No changes for the Celtics. Dominique. Blocked by Bird.
If you watch 86 Bird the defender, there's no way he's a subpar defender, even average defender. And look at the numbers, they back it up even more so. 86 Bird the regular season, first in defensive win shares. I repeat, first out of the entire NBA. Defensive plus minus, 9th.
Wow.
Steals 8th.
Steals 8th.
And finished
Impressive.
11th in all defensive team voting, 1 vote shy of making second team.
Nice.
Now look at the postseason, nearly identical. Defensive win shares, 2nd. Defensive plus
Crazy.
minus, 3rd. And for steals, he ranked 6th.
Watched by McHale. Bird coming over to double a lot. So they're in the scoring drought with 4 minutes and 46 to go. Akeem Olajuwon double, throws it right into the hands of Bird. There's a 4-on-1 break for the Celtics. And Ainge. Bird steals from
Look at that.
McRae.
Listen to that crowd.
Double with McHale. Peterson goes up. Wiggins there. Rockets.
We're in sudden death playoff at the Kemper Open. We'll update.
Yeah, I want to see NBA fans get this excited about defense again.
Getting in front of Olajuwon.
Akeem.
Oh, got you.
Knocked away by Bird.
The inbound pass till much too late, and here's Bird comes over at the last instant and knocks it away.
Time on the shot clock. Olajuwon with Bird doubling.
In the third, as they did in the first half, and another Rocket turnover.
And Ainge was practically taken off, but here's Bird hustling.
Telbo.
I'll tell you, inspiration, there it is. When he goes down on the floor, the rest of them will fly through the building.
Yep. That's
So-
leadership. Did you hear that? When he goes down to the floor, the rest of them will fly through the building. I love it. That's true leadership.
That right there is the end of the
Great
video.
video.
And I'll say one last thing. When looking at the best small forwards and the best players in today's game, all these guys in one degree or another have a big-time flaw in their arsenal. For LeBron at his peak, he was an athletic demon who could dunk on anyone. What was his big-time flaw? free throw shooting, and his outside jumper. Someone like Kevin Durant at his peak, the best scorers of all time. But what were his 2 weak points? Leadership, passing, and rebounding. Then Kawhi Leonard. This guy's a two-way player, was phenomenal. But what's the one trait he lacked severely? Passing and playmaking, and being an upper echelon leader like a Larry Bird.
And it's a good point with the hell. Man, my brain is gone. With Kevin Durant, for a 7-footer, you'd expect him to get a lot more rebounds.
My overall point is pretty simple.
I do.
Larry Bird in his day in '86 was a 5-tool player who could do it all. He could score, pass, rebound, play defense. He could lead a team, play off ball, shoot the mid-range 3 to free throw, and hit a game winner if need be. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.
Great video, Uncut. Absolutely great video. Sorry this took so long. Glad I did it. You all heard everything I think about Bird. He's I broke the rules for my top 5 when it comes to championships to sneak him in there because I don't care. He is top 5 players I've ever seen. In fact, I would be willing to go as far as he's top 3 players I've ever seen play the game. So, you know, I have to sneak him in that top 5, and I think he deserves it. All around, one of the greatest players of all time. Take every category of basketball, and you put Bird in, and he's top 5. You know. But anyways, you guys, you heard my voice throughout this one. I'm gonna go edit this video and rest my voice, and then, you know, probably go to sleep or something, guys. I'll see you all in the comments. Thank you for the patience. I apologize if my voice is annoying and all that stuff, but I'm doing my best to not take like a week off, you know what I mean? And just like give you guys like dead air. So there's no videos coming out for a week. So that's why I'm doing this while I'm sick. I think you guys can probably understand. Anyways, I am out of here. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Looking forward to hitting you up in the comments. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. Hit that subscribe plus if you want to support my channel. Shout out to new members. And most importantly, it's the be water, my friends.